Lumens thinks that cryptocurrency is acting like a sick dog and that it won't get better until the economy gets back to where it used to be. Even though Ripple XRP's recent price jumps have been caused by the state of the cryptocurrency market as a whole, Ripple XRP is still a good investment. This price cycle seems to be like the one Bitcoins went through in 2013. Does history have a beat or a rhythm? As investors grew tired after the latest US inflation data came out, Ripple took the lead among the blue-chip cryptocurrencies. After US inflation came in higher than expected for the September market, the whole cryptocurrency market turned red and moved in sync with the equity markets. Frontrunners like Bitcoin and Ethereum did a little better, but the market value of what used to be the third cryptocurrency is still very small. This is not an unusual situation, as records from 2013 show. Is it fair to judge Ripple's success or failure based on how much it looked like Bitcoin in that year? Ripple is a crypto asset like Bitcoin. The platform is called Ripple, and the token that it uses is called XRP. When we talk about how much Ripple costs, we are talking about how much an XRP costs. The company Ripple was founded on the idea that moving money from one bank to another requires a lot of time, money, and services from many middlemen. For example, if you send money to someone overseas, the money will be processed by several banks, and the person won't get the money for at least a few days, and usually for a few weeks. Ripple is a solution that makes secure transactions around the world possible instantly and at a fraction of the cost, no matter how much is sent. If both banks use the Ripple protocol, it will only take a few seconds to send money from one country to another. Logically, the same would be true for domestic transactions. International payments would be faster and cheaper, and they would all be based on our shared public database and a consensus mechanism that allows payments to be exchanged and transferred without a central location. This protocol is liked by many companies and institutions because it makes it possible to trade goods and assets, including precious metals. Also, users are more likely to trust the system because it is reliable, secure, and fast. Transactions are completed in 5 seconds. XRpid is one of Ripple's solutions for making fast international bank transfers right now. It is a set of rules that uses the XRP token as a link. Read our article about Ripple to learn how it works and how to use the XRP token. The Ripple network as we know it today was started in 2012. But work on the project didn't start until 2004. The company was called OpenCoin at the time. In 2015, the name was changed to Ripple. Based on Ryan Fewer's ideas, the company made Ripple Transaction Protocol RTXP, which lets banks do international transactions very quickly. In 2013, the company made the XRP, which is its own digital currency. This is an asset that can be bought and sold on the market, so calling it Ripple is still a shorthand from 2013 to 2015. Ripple Labs company worked on projects related to its protocol and made a lot of partnerships, especially with banks like Bank of America and Vidor Bank. In 2016, when Brad Garlinghouse took over as CEO of Ripple, the company continued to grow. In 2017, the New York State Department of Financial Services gave Ripple a license to use virtual currencies. With the goal of letting Ripple customers make instant payments anywhere in the world, partnerships with many banks and payment institutions kept going. What has happened to the price of Ripple? To answer this question, you have to go back to 2012, when the Ripple system and its token XRP were created, and look at Ripple's price history. There are now places to buy and sell XRP. Since its start, the price of Ripple's has been 10 cents. This price hasn't changed much in the past 2 years, and there isn't much demand for XRP. It spent a few months at half a cent before going up to 30 cents. Ripple's price was stable for a while until spring of 2017. In May, the price of XRP went up to 40 cents, but it started going down quickly and lost more than half of its value. When the year is over, on January 5, 2018, XRP hit a new all-time high of €3.65 because of the crypto bubble. In a year, the price of Ripple has gone up 360 times. But in 2018, there was a market crash and the XRP token dropped to 25 cents. It won't happen before 2021. Since the beginning of 2022, for the price of Ripple to go up again and for a token to cross this symbolic bar of €1 before going down again. Ripple's price hasn't been able to go above €1, but it has been able to stay around 75 cents. Throw out all the other currencies. XRP is a very risky asset that can be affected by extreme market volatility. So, it's hard to say for sure where the price of Ripple will go from here. Looking at the price history of Ripple shows that XRP's value can change slightly over time. This doesn't stop the price of the token from going up and down a lot, sometimes by more than 1,000%. In a few days, or, as happened in 2018, drop by almost 90% in a few months. In retrospect, we can see how hard it is to predict how Ripples will behave, but we can still spot certain trends. In 2021, the asset went into a bull market and broke through €1 before stabilizing around 85 cents by the end of the year. In the first few months of the year 2022, this price went up and down a little bit. It's important to remember that Ripple isn't like other cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin. XRP can't be mined. The Ripple company gave out 100 billion XRP when the project started, and there are now just over 46 billion tokens in circulation. The Ripple company sells up to 1 billion XRP on the market every month, which makes it hard to figure out how much each token is worth. That said, if banks used the Ripple network a lot more, it would be a good sign for investors and help the Ripple price go up because people would feel more confident in the system. This is a possibility that can't be ignored, but only time will tell. The price of the XRP token and, by extension, the value of Ripple depends on the market state of supply and demand. Prices aren't affected by economic or financial policies, only investor actions, such as buying and selling, affect how XRP moves. So, the price of Ripple can always go up or down. Ripple, on the other hand, only lets investors buy a set number of tokens. In fact, unlike other cryptocurrencies, you can't mine XRP. When the project was made, only 100 billion XRP tokens were made, and as of today, about 46 billion XRP are freely available on the crypto market. About 1 billion new tokens are made by the Ripple company every year. This keeps the unit price from going up and keeps things stable. Bitcoin was the first cryptocurrency built on a decentralized peer-to-peer network. It became the de facto standard for cryptocurrencies and sparked a wave of new ones. XRP is the native token of the XRP ledger, which Ripple created in 2012 as a payment system. The XRP ledger uses a consensus mechanism called the XRP Ledger Consensus Protocol. This protocol does not use proof of work or proof of stock to reach a consensus and validate transactions. Instead, the transaction is signed by the client app and sent to the ledger server. The server then compares the transactions to the ledger entry and decides that the ledger entry and the transactions are the same. The server then sends the candidate transactions to the validator. The validator makes sure that the server executes the transactions correctly and saves the ledger version. On September 18, 2022, XRP was worth about 39 cents and had a market capitalization of $19.6 billion. RippleNet connects banks and other large institutions so they can send money and many other assets through the network. On the decentralized XRP ledger, each transaction is written down. The Ripple XRP coin is used to pay for everything on the payment network. This makes it faster and cheaper to send money across borders. It only takes a few seconds to process each transaction. On the Ethereum network, to compare, it takes longer than 2 minutes and can take more than an hour for Bitcoin. Even slower are traditional banks, which take 3 to 5 business days to finish an international transaction. About 1,500 transactions can be made per second with XRP. Bitcoin, for instance, can only take about 7 at a time. The Ripple network is good for speed, and it also has low transaction fees. Because of these pros, Ripple is already being used by many financial institutions around the world. XRP could go up in value over the next few years, and we think it's the best cryptocurrency to invest in right now. For instance, XRP is worth about 48 cents right now, which can't be compared to Bitcoin or Ethereum. Also, unlike some other cryptocurrencies, you can't mine Ripple. However, its value has gone up a lot in the past year. There are 100 billion Ripple coins, but only 47% are in circulation. The rest are held by the Ripple company, which can hurt the price. When investing in XRP or any other top cryptocurrency, remember that it can be risky. Don't invest more than you can afford to lose right now. Now that you know how the network works in general, you can decide whether or not to invest in XRP. This year, Bitcoin and Ethereum are more popular and valuable than it. But it has a lot of potential, which a lot of people and organizations have seen. Please tell us what you think in the comments below, and if you want to stay up to date, click the subscribe button.